my question to you and Brigadier Viresh, um, since Brigadier Viresh is in governance, risk and compliance, and this question is, we will share this between both of you. Brigadier Viresh, what do you think is the risk and what do you think is missing in the compliance? And also to you, Varun, is that how fast policy should handhold both the government and the private manufacturing to tie a strong knot together and facilitate the opportunity of AI, which is otherwise going to be a threat.
Right.
So, Brigadier Viresh, please.
Okay, thank you, and thank you the organizers for getting me here. Firstly, just a small little correction or addition to what Duke said initially. I am not a governance, risk and compliance expert. Currently, I am working in a company which looks after the governance, risk and compliance solutions. I was in the army till January, and I was looking after something called as the regional technology node, which had discussed with other clients of ours. May not be a compulsion today, but it's a good to have thing. Now, as far as GRC or the governance, risk and compliance is concerned in defense, why do you have to have a solution, or why do you have to monitor these three verticals? Firstly, it is not independent. You cannot say that do a risk mitigation, not have a governance, or do a compliance, don't have a risk mitigation or don't have a governance. So governance is what you do, what your higher ups do, what your higher ups propose and process. Risk is it's a very, very simplistic thing, that what risk can take place in various steps of yours. And compliances are some things which are dictated by the government, by other regulatory bodies which you have to follow. So it's a sequential thing. There are three pillars on which you have to work. So what is the importance of the risk or governance, risk and compliance in defense? Firstly, as a defense startup, I believe all the people sitting here are dealing with defense somehow, somewhere or the other. Any act you do, whether it is by design or by fault, and nobody about this knows better than today, is directly or indirectly it is concerned with the national security. So that is how your risk and compliances have to be up to date.
May I ask one thing? Is it okay to say if you do something incorrectly is going to be against national security? Because we all every day
No. I think
something.
I probably worded it wrongly. What I'm trying to say is, why is this three pillars of governance, risk and compliance important in different industries? You may do something wrong. It may not directly affect the national security today, or the security matters of national level today. But I'll give you a very small example. Simple technology with startups. So some startup makes a demonstration somewhere, like yesterday or day before yesterday, there were demonstration in Patiala. So this startup which I am mentoring, he sent me a video he said this is what we did. He sent me a video on my WhatsApp. And suppose I forwarded that WhatsApp video to somebody whom I know who can get into the procurement model. Now these are the leakages which can take place. So that is where your compliance action takes place. Classified information, while we are opening up, but still there are certain information which remains classified, and that is how it is important that there are companies which are very, very into very, very niche technology, working for companies like defense companies in India, working for companies like Airbus, Boeing, for which we are giving a GRC solution, because they were working on Excel sheets, they were difficult to manage. So that is how it becomes important. Geopolitical complexity. Today, I was just discussing with Varun before this thing. There are countries who are looking at India for procurement of arms and ammunition, but their criteria is always what are your compliances. So that is where it becomes commercially important. Defense technology, because a lot of the industry enters defense sector by virtue of dual use, and dual use technology can be sometimes used in a wrong manner. And I'll cut the story short here. Last point is that you have a very, very long drawn supply chain. There's a big company like, for example, let's say HAL. HAL would have tier 1 vendors. They are very, very comfortable with tier 1 vendors. They know that there is no leakage here. Tier 1 vendor will have tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. And there have been cases where leakage and of information has taken place at tier 4 level. So that is how risk is and compliances are important in defense.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Yes.